Hey, thank you for signing up for Flipwise. Now that the import of your eBay data is complete, I'd like to give you a quick overview of the features and functionality of Flipwise before you dig in. First, let's talk a little bit about data. While Flipwise automatically ingests a majority of the data it needs from eBay directly in real time, there are a few data points that you will need to provide because eBay does not have that data in its own system. At Flipwise, we call this acquisition data. The most important is the amount that you paid for each item you bought to resell, which we call the cost. Obviously, eBay doesn't know how much you paid for your inventory, and it's important to define that amount in Flipwise, otherwise we cannot calculate important metrics like ROI and net return. It's also important to log your inventory costs so that when tax time comes around, you can use that number as a cost of doing business to reduce your total taxable income with the IRS along with other selling expenses. Along with cost, Flipwise allows you to define where you purchased each item, like at a garage sale or a particular thrift store, for example, as well as its physical location in your inventory, so that when an item sells, you know exactly where to find it. Both of these are optional, but providing this data for each item in your inventory will also give you additional insights and benefits in the Flipwise app. Alright, next let me run you through the app itself. Once you log into Flipwise, you will land on your home screen, which provides you a view of your tasks, current stats, and last 24 hours of listing and sales performance data. Your tasks are the actions you need to take. If you have any sales that are ready to be shipped, you will see them pop up here. If you have any active or sold listings that are missing acquisition data that we talked about earlier, this section will also act as a reminder to input that data at your convenience. If you're logging in for the first time and have a long history of selling on eBay, there may be an overwhelming number of records that are missing data, but don't get discouraged. Keep in mind that we can import your legacy acquisition data if you previously used a spreadsheet or other tool to track your inventory. Reach out to support at flipwise.app to get that process started. If you have not previously tracked any of your data, Flipwise makes it easy to begin to input this data manually. Simply click on the task to be taken to a list of all items in your inventory that are missing data. Click on the cost, inventory location, or place of purchase to begin to define these missing data points. If you'd rather not spend the time to input any of your data for all of your legacy listings, I get it. That could take a long time. You can clear missing data tasks by simply hovering over it and clicking on the X, and going forward, these tasks will only appear for any new listings or sold items that are missing data. But if you can invest the time into providing acquisition data for your historical listings, you will get the most value out of Flipwise, and I recommend that you do so. Next on the homepage is the My Stats section, which gives you a quick glance of your total number of new listings, products sold, and net sales on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. It makes it easy to compare how you're doing across these three important metrics in the current time period compared to the previous. Note that Flipwise does not consider the ending and relisting of an already published listing as new. Only brand new listings that have never been previously listed will show up as new listings under My Stats and related graphs. The rest of the homepage is going to give you a quick overview of the last 24 hours of activity on your store, including a look at total gross and net sales, a breakdown of the 5 most recent new listings and sold items, as well as a graph showing your total new listings and items sold over the last 24 hours. On the left is the app's navigation, which allows you to jump to other parts of Flipwise. To see and search through your current active inventory, click on Active Products. You can change the sort order by clicking the column header and use the search box to find a specific item in your inventory. Clicking into one of your listed products in inventory is going to show you that product's detail page, which has the main photo pulled from eBay along with the product's details, including acquisition data and historical timeline. You can easily see its status, how long it's been listed, where you purchased it from, and for how much, and where it's stored in your inventory. You can click on any of these values to edit them directly from this screen, and those changes will show up in the historical timeline for that product. Each product in Flipwise has this historical timeline, showing you everything that has happened to it since it was first purchased up until it gets sold and shipped to the buyer. If your item gets returned, Flipwise will log that as well, including the impact to revenue that comes with providing a refund. And if you relist it, it will retain the connection to the new listing so that you can get a complete picture of a single product's history, even across multiple eBay listings over time. It's pretty neat. You can use the navigation to pop over to the sold view and see all sold products. This view functions the same way as the active product list works, and it's a great way to look up older inventory that is already sold. There is a special ready-to-ship view that acts as your picking list, making it easy to wake up in the morning and quickly find the inventory you need to ship out that day. When you click on a specific item in your inventory that is sold, you'll see a slew of additional sales data that was automatically ingested by Flipwise. See a breakdown of time to sell, platform fees, and other expenses, including the cost to ship, along with a net return, ROI, total earnings, and more. Note that Flipwise will only ingest the cost to ship if you purchase your shipping labels directly from eBay. If you buy your labels outside of eBay, for now you will need to input the cost to ship manually for each item that sells. Integrations with external shipping providers outside of eBay will be coming in the future. Finally, your insights screen is where Flipwise provides a complete picture of your total revenue and costs over time. Use the time filter on top to view your sales performance over a variety of different timelines. On this view, you can get a sense of your total return on investment, net profit margin, as well as gross and net income. The ROI by source graph shows you how each of your sourcing locations is performing, and the listings by source and list price charts show you a breakdown of where you have been buying your inventory and the list value of that inventory on eBay. The new listings and sales chart compares your total number of new listings with the total number of items sold over the given time period, helping you draw a connection between eBay's appetite for new listings and its impact on bringing you new sales. Finally, the average time to sell module shows you how long your inventory has been listed before selling on average for that time period. And the total cost of goods module shows you how much money you have spent on inventory for that time period. All right, this should give you everything you need to get started using Flipwise. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to reach out to us on Discord or at support@flipwise.app. Thank you.